Hi everyone, this is Elizabeth with 217 Creations, and today I'm going to share with you a cool technique that I came up with over the weekend. It's super easy. It doesn't really require any special supplies, but there are a couple tricks, and I thought it would be really easy to show you in a video how to do this. And what I'm talking about is on this card. I was playing with some graphic 45 paper over the weekend, and I had this sentiment. It says trick or treat, and this is from Pink by Design, Ghostly Greetings. And what I had was this black button, and I was digging through my stash and it just kind of caught my eye, and I was thinking, well, why couldn't I stamp onto the black button and do something with it? So I kind of played for a little bit, and I'm going to show you today how to do this. It's really easy. So let's get started. I'm going to apologize right off the bat for my throat. I've been fighting a cold, so I really do apologize, but hopefully you can hear me clearly. What you're going to need in order to do this technique is you're going to need a resist watermark product. I like Versamark. These stay wet for a really long period of time, and it is consistent. So I really love this product. This is my favorite, but any kind of embossing ink will work. You're going to need opaque embossing powder. You're not going to be able to use anything that's sheer or thin. You're going to need like an opaque one, and this one's from Ranger, and it's called Rich Red. And then you're going to need a button. You'll want to go ahead and cut the button shank off. That's the little hook that sits on the back of it. And you can buy little nippers like this that are flat on the back, and that will just allow you to kind of come in and trim these off. And they're really easy. So that's how I get my buttons to go flat, is I use these nippers. And these I just bought in the jewelry department. You'll want to make sure they're flat though on this side in order to get super close against the button. So once you've done that, you have that. Then you're going to need a stamp. And I always like using these Crafters Companions Rock-a-Blocks. They're really easy, and they give you a good consistent stamp each time. So I'm going to use that. And then the stamp I'm using is actually from Pink by Design, and it's from Love Always. This is one of my favorite sets. And it's really easy, so it's not going to take us too long to do this. What you're going to want to do is take your stamp, place it on your block, take your embossing ink, and give it a nice pat. Okay, and this is going to look upside down to you for just a few minutes, but oops, if I don't drop it. So let's go ahead and re-ink that since my finger touched it. Okay, so it's going to look a little upside down to you for just a second, but I'll flip it over for you. What I'm going to do is do my best to center it on the button, and then give it a nice push. Okay, now this is where the trick came in, because watch what's going to happen, and then I'm going to wipe it off, and I'm going to show you how to do this so you don't end up with a mistake. I'm going to show you the mistake I made the first time. So this is how I did it the first time. I went ahead, I stamped it. I thought, oh yay, I'm just going to sprinkle my embossing powder on, and you end up with a lot of dust, and it's kind of hard to get it off. You can blow on it, but because of the slick surface of the button and the static, that embossing powder is not going to want to come off. So I'm going to tissue this off, and I'm going to show you how to solve that problem. So you just need to get a paper towel. And I always just kind of keep a couple paper towels in my craft area to wipe up. And give it a nice wipe. Okay, now watch this time. I'm going to use a stamping powder bag. Lots of companies make different products like this. This one, I don't even know where I've got it. I've had it for so long, but I know I've seen these in the stamping sections. I think EK Success makes actually a brush that puts out powder, but basically you need one of these little powder tools. And what you're going to do anytime you go to stamp on a slick surface is just give this a little bit of a coating, and that will cut the static and make a surface that'll work really nice on your stamp. So I'm going to dust my hands off here. So give it a nice pat. We're going to come back in, get our ink on there. Okay, I'm going to position it again. Give it a nice push. So we're all set. And then I'm going to go ahead and dust with the embossing powder again. See the difference? It says Happy Love Day. If you can't really see that too well in the video because it's kind of a scripty font. But do you see the difference? When I did it the first time, I ended up with a lot of excess powder. I would have had to work really hard to get it off because of the way the button is with the powder. But if you powder and then do this, then it's easy. Okay, so from here we're just going to heat emboss it. And I don't have a pretty embossing gun because I've burnt up too many of them. I actually have a hardware one. And this is the Ink Essentials Craft Mat, the non-stick. I really love it. And then because I have an acrylic top, I always put a wooden block underneath, if you can kind of see it here in the video. And that protects my acrylic top. So I'm just going to do this. It's going to be a little loud for a minute or two, but we'll be done here in just a second. Now, different embossing powders will take different amounts of time to, of course, set. This one went pretty quick. And it's going to be a little warm. Let me flip this over so you can see it. And see, it says Happy Love Day. So cute. So this is the card I'm going to put it on. Let me move this stuff out of the way. So this is the new Echo Park Yours Truly line is what I used. The Cricut cut I used here is from Art Philosophy. And that cartridge is one of my favorites for cards. It has a feature that has tons of ribbon slides, and so this one is just cut at 2 3/4, so 2.75 is what this was cut on, and this is a standard A2 card if you need to know that. So all I'm going to do from here is come in with a little hot glue. Gonna line it up. Give it a little press. It'll take a minute or two for that hot glue to set, but there you go. It says Happy Love Day, super cute, really easy card, but this is so fun. It's just a new and different way of showing off your stamping and your embossing. Like I said, the sentiment came from Pink by Design stamps. I absolutely love these stamps. There's hundreds of sentiments to pick from and all sorts of occasions. So I hope you check them out. And as always, I appreciate comments, subscribers, and followers, and thank you so much for tolerating my sore throat today, and I appreciate it. Thank you again. Have a great day. Bye-bye.